Hey guys, Greg here, and today you're going to learn how to ace your college interview. I'm serious. If you apply the tips that I'm about to share with you today, it does not matter who your college interviewer is. It could be someone who has nothing in common with you. It doesn't matter. They will love you. In fact, you'll probably end up having hour-long conversations with several people from several different schools. This advice worked so well that my Princeton interviewer, who was an electrical engineer, ended up talking with me, a theater kid, for over an hour and a half when we scheduled just a 30-minute interview. Well, to be fair, luck was certainly involved. He didn't have much to do and he really liked Panera Bread. But on a much deeper level, I got him to get excited about me. And today, I want to share with you how you can do the same. Now, before I go into how I aced my college interviews, I want to let you in on a little secret. In the grand scheme of things, the college interview does not matter that much. That said, it can certainly hurt you, and I know if that you're ambitious enough to be watching this video right now. You want to maximize your chances at getting into an Ivy League school, Stanford, MIT, whatever your dream school is. So, it's still very important that you do well. That said, most people consider doing well to be having memorized long lists of extracurriculars and prepared answers. While these things can help, your interviewer is not your admissions officer. Think about exactly who is signing up to do these interviews. Alums that are so excited about their school that even though they have super busy schedules, they set aside some time every week to interview high school kids for free if it means that they can give back to their school. For the most part, these are busy, successful people, but they make time for you and me, these anxious high school seniors. And all because they love their school. How did I put smiles on each and every one of my interviewers' faces? What's the big secret? Well, I showed them that I was truly excited about the opportunity to study at their school. The interviewer isn't there to ask how many track championships you won. They are there to attract very successful and smart kids to their school so that they can boost their school's status, their school's rankings. In reality, these interviews take place mostly to gauge your interest in that school. I hope you get the idea by now. In order to have your interviewer falling all over themselves for you, all you need to do is show a vested, detailed interest in their school, and you'll get a glowing interview report. Now, before I get into the step-by-step process on how to make your interviewer absolutely love you, I'd like to introduce you to our sponsor, Crimson Education. You're a high school student. You really want to get into that Ivy League school. But your admissions officers kinda suck, and the internet can't give you reliable advice all of the time. Because of this, Crimson is a dream come true for people like you and me. They'll set you up with Ivy League mentors, ex-admissions officers, and admissions experts to make sure that your application is perfect before you send it in. They will work tirelessly to perfect each part of your application. They offer SAT and ACT tutoring, leadership courses, and essay writing help by real former Ivy League admissions officers. I know Crimson works. I can actually prove it to you. Let's show the graph. Yeah, that's right. Crimson students are 4 to 5 times more likely to get into top schools than the average population. So, if you're serious about college, I seriously recommend Crimson 100%. Use the link in the description to get a free consultation from an Ivy League admissions expert, in which they will assess your profile, talk about your relative chances at your dream schools, and will give you information as to how Crimson can help you on your college application journey. It's super easy, free, and helpful. Just take the 5 minutes out of your day, and I guarantee you later down the line, you'll have saved hours of stress over your college applications. Okay, so I've released the secret of college interview success. Well, now it's time to do some research on the college. And I'm not talking about looking at the US news rankings. You want to know the school's available majors, location, mascot, strongest departments, everything there is to know about the school that can be Googled online. That way, if any of those things come up during your interview, you won't be embarrassed to talk about them because you'll know what you're talking about. And knowing a lot about the school will indirectly let your interviewer know that you're seriously interested in going to that college. You can also use your knowledge about that particular school's strongest departments when you're inevitably asked, "Tell me about yourself." For example, Princeton's undergraduate Chinese program is potentially the best in the entire United States. So when my Princeton interviewer asked me this question, I went on for about 5 minutes about the study abroad program I got to do in China. My interviewer knew that Princeton was especially strong in the Chinese department, and so they were able to connect the dots and know that I actually did research on the schools I was applying to. Now, possibly the most important part of the interview is the end. And no, I'm not talking about the strength of your handshake. What I mean by the end is when the interviewer asks you to give any questions that you may have about the school. A lot of times, students will just say, "No, I'm good," and that's the end of the interview. This is a big mistake because this is when the interviewer can open up and start having a real conversation. They're done with the questions that they have to ask every student. Now it's time to demonstrate your interest in the college. That said, do not ask questions just for the sake of asking questions. Examples of bad questions are, "Can you double major? Is there Greek life?" These are all really important things to know about before applying to a college. So why are they bad? Well, you can look all of these up online. Wasting a real person's time on answering these questions is sort of disrespectful. Also, it shows that you really haven't done your research on this school. So when you're coming up with questions to ask your interviewer and you're not so sure if they're good or bad, ask yourself this one question. Could I find the answer to this question on Google? Examples of good questions would be, I'm a really social person, but I'm not that interested in Greek life. I know that 1/3 of students at your school participate in Greek life, but if I'm not in that 1/3, can I still have a really nice social life? Or something like, I know that you guys have a really strong economics program, but it seems that a lot of your graduates go straight into the workforce. Is it uncommon for a graduate of your school to go into graduate school for economics? You should try to prepare maybe 2 to 3 of these sort of questions for each interview. And once the interviewer starts responding, think of follow-up questions so that you can start a conversation. The goal is to start talking about something that both of you love, which in many cases will just be the college that you're applying to. When you're on this topic, the positive energy will flow, which in turn will allow your college interviewer to get super excited about you and your enthusiasm. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Ivy League myths debunked, or building the ultimate college list. I've already written the scripts for both of these videos. It's just a question of which one I get to filming and editing first. Also, if you want more videos, hit me with a like. It really helps and keeps me up late at night writing, recording, you name it. Thanks.